It's my pleasure to introduce you guys to a great entrepreneur and agribusiness professional. I should also, one last thing is he's based in Pune, India. How's the weather over there? I always talk to him about, oh, it's -10 and snowy here, and he lets me know that it's cold over there, and I don't know. Your cold and my cold are different, Ranjan. So welcome.
No, our summer has started. So we are just approaching our peak summer and will be surprised. We are having almost 35-degree today. So yeah, it may reach to 38 this year.
Welcome and introduce us to what you're working on, please.
Sure, sure. Thanks a lot, Joe. That's quite a wonderful introduction. And yeah, frankly speaking, we are working together from last 20 years. And uh, we have gone through many ideas because as Joe has suggested, I started working on digital ag media in India in 99. So I will walk through the PPT as well as introduce myself. Okay, it's visible, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're probably on slide 6. Oh, there you are. Good.
Yeah. So this is agrobonews.com introduction. It is a MVP version, and we are trying to make it a full ecosystem complementing the agrobotics working group. So our attempt is, as Joe has mentioned, to help agrobotic companies get visibility, talent, and market access. So my name is Niranjan. I am based in Pune, India. So about us, by education, I'm a chartered accountant. So I was an investment banker, but the internet happened in India as well as globally. And we had a large agribusiness in our family, and we were spending a lot of money on print material, and it never reached the farmers before the crop season is over. So when internet arrived, we thought we can bridge the distance gap. India has almost 100 languages, so we can bridge the language gap as well as the cost gap via internet. But that was way ahead of time. But I started digital India's first digital ag media as well as the digital job board, indiaagrijobs.com. And it was a tremendous success in terms of traffic. But most of the corporate failed to understand how to work with us. So after some struggle, I got an opportunity to work with Joe. So I joined Joe's organization, farms.com. So there we did a lot of projects. I would say it is the oldest agtech project, pigchamp.com, which is a big commercial success. That's kind of a case study in agtech, how it evolved from desktop to mobile and now on cloud. So I got an opportunity to work on that with Joe, obviously with farms.com, agcareers.com, career in foods. So that was my journey. And Joe is always a good mentor. He incubated so many companies, and he even helped me incubate my company and trying to grow this. So almost all of you know Joe. He is a founder, investor, and Michael is also an educator and a mentor. So what kind of pain points are there? We try to summarize few. The first biggest question is visibility, because the mainstream media is very costly. They have a lot of priorities. So agrobotics getting good visibility is always a concern or issue. Plus, this is not a very standardized product. Each robotic company is different. They are innovative. So, product standardization is missing. So, obviously, people have media, people have problems, understanding and writing about it. So, and farmers also have similar problem. When it comes to tractor, now they know what to look into a tractor. But as far as agrobotics is concerned, there is a low adoption. Reason is quite simple. Without trust, commerce doesn't happen. So this trust building obviously needs someone to work on, and we thought we have the expertise and experience of uh, 25 years. Together, me, Joe, and Michael, our experience, combined experience could be 60-year plus in this marketing, communication, talent, media, as well as communities. Uh, Generally, agtech or robotic sales happen when there are demos, but demo itself has their own limitations, the cost limitations, distance limitations, travel limitations. And secondly, you have to be in touch with the buyers all the time. So that is one of the pain one has. Capital is another pain. Joe is contributing to that solution. Talent is what me and Joe work together. Act Food talent via Act Careers, Career Enforce. In my case, Act Food Jobs. So then we met a lot of founders for if they are searching for new geographies like India. So there many times I try to advise them on what kind of possibilities are there. Is a big market, growing market, number one tractor market. So most of the founder have curiosity, so we try to help in that pain point also. And overall, these are not like independent problems. These problems are interdependent, and unfortunately, they slow down the sales. They slow down the adoptions. So, agrobotics working group is kind of a team which has evolved over last 2 years. And Joe introduced me, I think 1.5 year ago or 2 year ago, and I always enjoyed it because this is one of the most serious community uh, which is conducting the communication without break, with utmost sincerity, and the number of people who are joined have contributed so many ideas and insights. One session I clearly remember is about data, who owns data, and that session was so good that many times I would go and watch that session. And that was conducted so well, so insightful. So this is our way of contributing to this group because Agrobotics working group is contributing to this ecosystem. So obviously, not one entity can contribute everything possible. Plus, there has to be some people who can work full time on this problem solving or in a dedicated manner without any limitations. So this is one idea which we had, and we thought that company, almost all companies are facing similar pain point. So why not to solve this? Because anyway, we have solved these kind of issues for clients in farms.com or Ag Careers or Career Foods or PicChamp. So this is the kind of our capabilities, skill sets which can be useful. So we thought let us do a very niche website apart from our mainstream websites, agtechnews.com, which is getting very good traffic. We get a lot of good interviews and people are benefiting from it. But there also, agtech is getting now specialized. It is maturing. A lot of specialization has come, and agrobotics is one of the most promising sector, so which deserves kind of a niche website. So that is why we thought let us launch it. Let us show this idea to agrobotics working group member. Let them review it. Let them come up with their opinion, thoughts, so that we can make it a better ecosystem, a kind of a farmers market, kind of a platform where everybody comes together, does conversation, gets introduced to each other, builds trust, and then obviously commerce then happens smoothly. So that was the whole idea behind this agrobotic agrobonews.com. And this is where we started working. It is work in progress as on today, but within a week, I think most of the commerce section or the platform infrastructure we can call for quotations, demo requests that will happen. I will do a walkthrough of the website also. So, how we succeeded in the past is we had a very unique combination, which most of the people don't have to even today. Is we were into media plus talent business. So, we never suffer from weakness of one area, and agriculture being seasonal area, there were always ups and downs. So, I still remember 2008 for peak time, it was one of the worst year, but since Ag Career was doing so good that time, uh, the group not only grew but did quite well. Plus, as Joe mentioned, we were working together across geographies from last 20 years. So this North America and India stack has worked quite well for us in last 20 years. It was one of the most memorable career journey I had. This helped us into achieving a lot of cost and scale KRAs, which every organization requires nowadays, because speed is everything. Otherwise, the opportunities sometimes get lost or someone else occupies that space. So where and I was the general manager of farms.com VL Interactive. VL Interactive is the technology company of farms.com, where we did a lot of reputed projects, Fabergé.com and all. They are world's biggest jewelry e-commerce, but they were our technology clients. So we got an opportunity to work on a lot of cutting edge technology tools, team members, as well as the clientele. And via that,
You have about 5 more minutes, Nirajan.
yeah. So our solution is visibility via our media properties and talent properties. So that will ensure continuous pipeline. It will lead to talent attraction. So the properties are Ag Robo News and Ag Talent. So this is high intent audience, and probably you will love to interact with that audience. The growth enablers, so we will be using interviews, demo videos, and reviews of the robots in action. Then we are putting up a lot of buying decision tools so that the buyer becomes a confident decision maker and the sales process gets shortened and he can buy the assets he want with a certain degree of data and confidence, because that is what is required. He needs cost and benefit and comparisons. He need comparison tools between two robots. uh, as I said, trust is the very basis of commerce. So, someone, obviously, all companies are working on it, but when a third party tries to work on it via media, generally, most of the people generally trust the independent voice. So, we will be conducting structure insights. We are developing templates for it. We will be covering real use cases. We will be publishing buyer's guide. Then we are making a platform available for farmers to put up their reviews. Sometimes there could be negative comment, but that will help the overall ecosystem to learn, accept, improve, or if there are misgiving, then we get an opportunity to do a conversation and clear those misgiving. It will help improve the market. Talent is where many companies struggle because robotics is a emerging talent area, and most of the people are expert into one thing. But sometimes, if they want to hire agronomists, they need someone to assist them in framing the interview question, modeling the skill sets, do proper assessment. And the best thing what we do is we are more into talent intelligence, benchmarking, salary benchmarking, skill gap analysis, assessment tools, talent ROI tools. Then we are going to publish talent reports, cost and skill intelligence. AI has made it quite possible to bring out such report with monthly frequency. Plus, we have done some AI projects which is helping us do that job effectively. So, in summary, how we help grow this ecosystem of ag robotics is ensuring visibility, whatever we can contribute to visibility, working with ag robotic companies, founders, then build trust via regular communication that will help farmer achieve the certain level of trust that will lead to talent also that will lead to scalability of this business and the slower adoption or sales issues can be resolved. So I would request everyone that they can toss up ideas, they can review the website. I will do a walkthrough. Provide your inputs, provide your ideas so that we can make it a better place, and ultimately it will help succeed. It will help us make you more successful. So thank you, everybody. This is my presentation. I will just go through my uh, website.
Yeah, can you show the website maybe,
Yeah, I think he's
Nirajan?
just pulling it
Okay.
up now.
Right.
So, yeah, sometimes in Zoom you can just switch over. So basically, the idea is trust and commerce. So we'll be obviously conducting news also, but mostly market. That ecosystem we will try to cover so that a farmer or a founder who comes here, it will not be a just media property, but it will be a market also, and he can do his business via us. So we will be creating an ecosystem which is required is about spare parts, trading, the different kinds of system, the aftermarket and all in the market segment. Obviously, we will be covering companies, directories, and their product listing via agfoodmarket.com. Uh, Finance for robots is a new area that also farmer sometimes is not aware of. That will be covered here, including insurance, jobs, as I said, talent business, events. We're publishing a lot of reports here, laws related to ag robotics. Sometimes we can help connect this community with those laws if there are any updates. So that way we can contribute to ag robotics working group community. And in terms of functionality, we will be comparing different ag robots. We'll be publishing bias guide, decision tools, and the future of ag robotics. Here we will invite a lot of thought leaders who can contribute here. So if something is not available, what via ag robotics working group, but at least this will be a repository of those. And maybe if ag robotics working group can collaborate, then we will put their video also here so that the ag robotics working group can scale up significantly. Uh, that is one of the intention behind these efforts. And obviously under community, definitely that will be the most pleasurable thing to cover agrobot is working group. So this is how we will be conducting. There will be interviews, this kind of categories. Then function-wise robots, then uh, the use types, and so those who are interested, then they can definitely approach us with PR, or if they are interested in having an interview, I will appreciate that, and they are most welcome. So
Nirajan, can you comment about how you have you've been building websites for 20 or 30 years. And
Yeah.
with all the new AI tools, how that's changing how people both use the internet, the importance of Google, everything was geared to SEO. Now it's geared to AI and building your own, just so that your company, your brand gets picked up by the AI, and how you've kind of structured all those tools into this. So it's kind of a, I want to say new age, but kind of leading edge, website.
Yeah. So, Joe, my story is same how big corporations behaved and happened. First, when we started using AI, developing this thing, we fell in love and we thought this is the ultimate. Then, over a period of time, we understood the power of it, but the limitation of it. So, AI is definitely a powerful tool for every kind of IT professional or technology professional. But as everybody realize, the senior developers or IT architect, that sometimes since it is tampering the person, sometimes you end up in some kind of desert and you never realize how you ended up in no man's land. So there are pros and cons that I would like to elaborate. Everything is not so nice about it. So in terms of my experience of developing website, I will put it that the clerical part of a website development or functionality development can be done by AI, like ideas. If you have an idea, then you can fine tune that idea. Plus, AI is very good in collecting data. So you don't have to read 100 books or 10,000 books. AI gives you that power. Like in our automated, we have developed automated staffing solution where it reads the 10,000 CV within 2 minutes and gives me five matching CVs. That is the power of AI on one side. But at the same time, it's like a parrot, tutor parrot. It can give you information what has been fed into it. Frankly speaking, though it is intelligence, but currently the model maturity is that level. So sometimes, since I'm a chartered accountant, if I'm making my tax representation, it gives me tax cases which don't exist at all. How that happens, God knows, but it happens. So, and this is the experience of most of the people. Even Ernest and Young got fined by Australian government because they submitted a legal report, and that was like totally fake report because those cases never existed in Australia. So clerical work, definitely I can get it done from AI. Like if I have to do a mock-up within 20 minutes, within the first minute it will give me something. But if I try to implement, then I understand that I have to prompt it better. That prompt engineering is what everyone should learn. And if you understand it in totality, then AI is a wonderful tool. So whatever you were doing 100 efforts, 30 efforts you can automate. But 70 high-end efforts, the intellectual one, where you need logic. So basically, I would say the humans have perspective and context. VR mass is what was done in COVID. But if still that board is there, we ignore it because we know it was during COVID time. But if it comes to AI, it will ask that you wear mask. So the perspective, context, and timing, that dimension is yet to mature. It will get matured in next 5 years. But currently, that is the weakness. So as far as my experience is concerned, I can do 30% better work, but not the 100%.
It's probably a topic all on its own. So thanks,
Yeah.
Nirajan, for presenting. And if you want to get a hold of Nirajan, you can do it directly, or you can let Michael and I know we're working with him on this project as well. So we'll turn it back to you, Ashley, to keep moving forward.
Perfect. Thanks. Thanks, Nirajan, for presenting.
Mhm.
Um, Before we close out the presentation, is there any questions that anybody has for him before we move on to the next stage. Okay, perfect. So next on the agenda is just some project updates. Um, So the research proposals, the subcommittee has met, and everybody who has submitted proposals should have heard by now whether they were successful or not. So we will be announcing those successful ones, I believe, next week. Once we have a couple more details finalized there. So those will be announced soon, and then we'll have the people who were successful in the research proposals come on to this meeting and talk about what they'll be doing with that proposal and in the field this summer as well. And then hopefully at the end of the season, they'll come back and share the results with this group as well as a more full presentation. So stay tuned for that. Um, that's it for project updates. And like Joe said earlier, the summit is basically sold out now. So if you haven't got a ticket, but you really want to come, just email Joe and myself, and then we'll see what we can do. But we're basically sold out, I would say, at this
Are
point.
there any tickets left on on the system?
Not on the system right now. So if there's like one or two people that want we can squeeze in, just email me directly, and I'll work with the system in the back end on that.
Yeah, Ryan Ryan from Ionics just tried
Yeah,
it.
I wrote Ryan down, so I'll see what the space is looking like, and then I'll reach out to you, Ryan, on that. Okay, next is our roundtable discussion. Um, so does anybody have any events they went to or conferences or challenges that they want to talk about this week? It's a bit of a smaller crowd, so but I'm hoping still engaged.
I was at the Velocity agtech challenge a couple of nights ago, judging. I think they had 15 or 16 groups that presented ideas. So it's kind of nice to see University of Waterloo and Velocity engage in the ag and food sector.
Mhm.
So I think OMAFA and Bioenterprise and the Ontario Fruit and Vegetable Growers were the groups that initiated that. So they should all be commended. And the kids have lots of interesting creative ideas. So it was very impressive.
Perfect. Yeah, I saw a couple of pictures of that on LinkedIn, and it looked like a great event. Was there any of their projects that really stood out to you in the competition or or the event?
Uh, you know what? There's a lot of really good ones. They had some good mentors. I think Matt from Finite Farms. I think Upside was helping. So a lot of sensors, a lot of AI, a lot of uh, apps, stuff like that. So
Hmm.
just they're trying to really drill down on how do you solve some of these pain points. One of the groups had blockchain for grain. So they're it was a 2 week project, kind of immersion into agriculture. And really it wasn't important. It was neat to see the neat concepts, but I think what's important is the process that they're teaching the young entrepreneurs on,
Hmm.
you know, how to become customer intimate and then start designing products versus just making up stuff that may or may not fit.
Yeah, and I think we talked a little bit about that last week as well with the student competition from the farm show is how do we teach these students to go from not just like an idea and creating the product, but understanding like human relationships as well to help sell it and bridge those gaps as well. So I think that'll be important to see in the future. Ryan, you came on camera and off mute, so I'm guessing you have some comments.
Yeah, just wanted to share that not an event that we were at recently, but we're gearing up for the mushroom industry has a sort of a It's called Dutch Mushroom Days, but it's sort of the biannual large industry event over in the Netherlands. So I've been working with Jim. He's been great to support us based on his prowess and trade show prep. Having a big showcase there. I think one of the things that's super exciting about that one, and this, just as a maybe a lesson or an opportunity for folks in general, is we're actually going to be on farm with some of our gear, showing it in operation next to in the area of the trade show. So it's going to be cool to host some private tours and take some folks from the trade show on a tour bus, and they're going to be touring a farm, and we're going to have a station at the farm. Of course, there will be other vendors that are helping innovate that farm operation as well. But so that's pretty interesting. It's a sort of probably the largest event that happens in our industry every couple of years. So we're excited about that. And then come home to do a similar sort of North American version in June in Montreal. So yeah, that's what we've been working on. And I just wanted to ask if anybody in this group, I was curious how the World Agritech Summit went out in San Francisco a couple of weeks ago, last week. Was there anybody here that attended that at all, and wondering how it went and what feedback there was?
I talked to John Cassidy yesterday, and a couple of other people in the last few days. Stephen from Vertex, they were all down there. They're all probably traveling today or late last night. Fewer people attended, but still lots of good discussions. And but obviously there's less US venture capital going into the space, and it's probably all getting sucked up into AI, right? So not quite as frothy as it was maybe 2 years ago, is what I was told. But there was a good Canadian contingent. A lot of people down there grinding away. So, there's Matt. I'm still here. It was good. Thanks, Matt.
Yeah, sorry, nothing to add. But yeah, I'm just starting today.
Yeah, thanks.
Good luck. Good luck down there, Matt. Have fun and bag some investors.
Thanks.
Okay. And then Ryan, if there's any events you wanted to add to our agenda that we send out as well, feel free to share them directly with me. Whether it's like a field, and this goes for everybody in this group. Just a reminder, if you have any field demos coming up that you want to promote to the network, send them directly to the working group email or directly to myself as well, and we'll add them to our agenda and we share them out weekly. That way we can get as many people to your field demos or your events as possible. Okay, did anybody have any challenges, or is there anything that they're specifically looking for in this network as well, this group, that you want to discuss? It's a quiet group this morning. Um, Okay, that's not a problem. I know we have a little bit of a smaller group because of March break anyways. So I think we'll probably maybe cap our roundtable discussion if there's nothing anybody is pressing that they really is looking for with this group. Just a couple reminders in terms of events. Tech Alliance in London, they have a couple master classes coming up. So look at the agenda that went out for that. As always, we have our summit next week, but we are almost sold out on it. And then Waterloo has their Robo Hub Spring Symposium coming up in April as well. And then Great Lakes TechFlex has an event coming up in September. So as always, if there's events that you want to share, send them over to myself, and I'm happy to add them to our agenda and our website so the network does know about it as well. Perfect. Okay, I think we can probably maybe call this a little bit of an earlier meeting today as well. since it's a bit of a smaller group. So thank you everybody for attending today. Thank you to Nirajan for sharing the new website you're creating as well. So make sure everybody goes and checks it out. It seems like it'll be a really great resource for news for this industry.